Hi everybody, it's Kristin and happy Topic Tuesday to you. For Topic Tuesday today, I have a review and demo of the Covergirl Outlast 3-in-1 foundation. Oh, Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. And I had talked about this in my favorites and asked if you guys wanted to see that, since I knew there were a ton of them out there and there was a resounding yes that you wanted to see, you know, kind of my take on this foundation. So that's what I have for you guys today. So the color that I use is 825 Buff Beige. And I think what I will do first is go ahead and cut to the demo of this, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little bit. So I've already primed with the Embryolisse Creme Concentre that I've been using, but any sort of hydrating primer really is the key here. So I'm going to put a couple of pumps on my hand. I really wanted to do this, record this today. It's actually Friday, because you see that? I wanted you to see how well it covers. So here I am in all of my glory. I have issues. This happens when I get sick. I always have a really bad breakout. So I just kind of dotted a little bit, and I'm using my Sigma F80. I've liked to use this brush with it, and I also have liked to use the Sephora 45 brush. I'll show you what that looks like. That's this one, but it's dirty. But I really have enjoyed it. I think the F80 is probably my favorite with it. Well, I liked the cream foundation brush from Sephora, or from Cover FX as well. But and I put about a pump and like a quarter on. You see, I feel like it dulls it. It's not going to cover it completely because, come on, you saw what it looked like. But I really have been impressed with the coverage on this being enough but not too much, and it's staying but not being too drying at this point. It's early in the winter though. Obviously my mirror's right here that I'm looking at. Alright, so hopefully you can see the coverage on that. And I will put a powder on top of it, but only because when I put some extra concealer on here, I don't want to make this video too long, but maybe I'll just show you quickly with the concealer so you can see the difference. And this is my Covergirl in Olay. And a little here. And a little here. And I just do this. That tends to work for me without wiping it off, but blending it into my foundation. Alright, so that's the coverage then with a little bit of concealer. So as you can see, the coverage on this foundation is very, very good. So the foundation, the 3-in-1 portion of it, it claims to have the lasting power of a primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation all in one, and is shine free. So the claims of that are absolutely true. However, if you have dry skin, you absolutely need to use some sort of a hydrating primer with this. Without it, when I used it just on bare skin, I just didn't like how my skin felt with it on. And again, I have dry skin. If you have oily skin, and I know that I have friends that have oily skin that really enjoy this foundation with and without a primer, but I think a lot of us makeup junkies, we just kind of like to, we like primers. It's part of our routine, you know what I mean? But I really feel like I needed a primer with some sort of hydrating properties in it. So the two that I enjoyed to use with this was the Rouge Bunny Rouge Aqua Primer. Actually, I guess there were three. The Rouge Bunny Rouge Aqua Primer, the Tom Ford Illuminating Primer, and then the Embryolisse Creme Concentre, which I showed you in the video. And that one, you can get that on Haute Look, by the way. Some people were asking me, but that's where I got it. And actually I have a backup of it that a friend of mine from Paris sent me. So, This foundation sells at your Walmart, Walgreens. I mean, you can find this anywhere CoverGirl products are sold. And I think it's going to range in price depending on where. So I don't want to give you a price because it's definitely going to differ depending on where you purchase it. It has 14 shades in the range. So you know what? I actually will just start going through the different points that I always cover on a foundation and give it a point value. So I always will give it a point value from 0 to 1, and then I give an overall point through the 5 categories. So finish, this definitely is a matte finish. I give it a 0.75 because it can be a little drying, which understandably so. It's a long wear foundation. So, I really feel that even though it says there's a primer in there, that you need to use a primer with it. But so for overall finish, I will go ahead and give that a 0.75. For longevity, this gets the full point. This lasts all ding dang day. It will be on my face and look the same at the end of the day as it did at the beginning of the day. So I really like that about it. As you guys know, I like two of the things I always look for in a foundation is coverage, a decent coverage, and then longevity, because I'm usually gone from my house for at least 12 hours. Packaging, I'm also giving it a full point. I know some people don't like glass. I don't mind it, but what I want is a pump, and this has a pump. I think someday all foundation companies will get a grip and give us a pump on all foundations. The color range, as I said, there are 14 colors in the range, and I think that's good. I gave it a 0.75 only because I feel like the darker colors, they could stand to add a few more darker colors. The ivory, from what I understand, does really work for kind of the palest of pale. So it's a decent color range. I just feel like they could probably add a few more on that deeper range. So I gave it a 0.75. And then for coverage, as I said, I really like the coverage of this. I think it does very well. And as I showed you in the demo, I kind of have some nastiness going on here, and it covers that well. It's not going to completely give you a flawless finish, but again, and you can shear this out as well. I think if you were to use the Beauty Blender, which I don't use, but a lot of people like that would work to shear it out. So that, I give it a full point for that. So what this breaks down to is that gets a score of a 4.5 out of 5, which for me is a really good score. It's a really good foundation. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. Oh, I don't find it difficult to get off either, but I do prefer to use Purity when I'm getting off any sort of really long wear foundation. I really feel like that really gets it off of my skin. So I did want to mention that as well. All right, if you're not interested in seeing what's on my face, on the rest of my face, thank you so much for watching. And if you are, I will run it down quickly for you. Okay, I of course always have NYX Taupe as a contour, as well as Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, the bronzer that will never die, as my bronzer today. For blush, I have the Cargo blush in Prague that I just hauled for you guys. For my eyes today, I used the IT Cosmetics palette one more time. I thought, why not? And I used kind of a combination of these two colors right here on my lid. I just took this one with a fluffy brush into the crease and used the brulee-ish one as my highlight. And I also, and then in the crease I used this. No, I can't remember what I said already. And I took this down below my lash line as well. I used the Black Cocoa Pixi liner as my liner on my upper lash line and my waterline, top waterline. And Lash Domination as my mascara. And then for my lipstick today, I have my Guerlain lipstick that looks like this. And this one is in Gracia, number 66, I think, Gracia. All right, thank you again for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.